let's start with the geopolitics, Iraq in particular. What are you advising your clients in light of this?
To be honest, you know, we run a global macro fund at Titan, so we've had our eye on this situation for some time. We've put a hedge on long S&P exposure because we think markets are generally overvalued, and that if you like, the precursor for any downturn would likely come from situations such as this, and you know, tensions in the Ukraine. So caution, and obviously with a very keen eye on the oil price, because we've got used to $100 a barrel of oil, but we've seen it spike sharply. I think up by nearly 5% over the last week. And if the situation in Iraq takes a turn even for the worse, which is quite possible, then I think we could see that, you know, the gains in the price of oil, you know, become quite substantial again. And it wouldn't surprise me to see you know, WTI above 110 in the near term.
But in terms of specific sectors you're looking to stay long now, what will they be? Would they include more defensives now?
Well, you know, to be fair, our view is that most sectors are overvalued, and where we have got exposure, we've tended to play the market through individual ETFs, you know, to give us a basket of exposure. Funnily enough, we also do favour the second line oil and gas sector, which notwithstanding you know, the current geopolitical issues, we think is overvalued and ripe for a revaluation. And indeed, the catalyst could be a sharp rise in the price of oil, particularly if it looks like it's going to be sustained. How significant is this failure to reach an agreement on the Ukraine Gazprom story? I think that's a very good piece of news, at least in the short term. We'll have to see if Ukraine, you know, plays ball and passes on the supply. I suspect, since it wants to remain in the EU's good books, it will do that. I could imagine a situation perhaps going forward where the EU acts as some kind of honest broker or guarantor of the debt for the Ukraine, and maybe that will be the way ahead to try and placate the Russians. But obviously, you know, with the situation there in the east of the country still very uncertain, the Russians will want to play hardball and won't want to give too many concessions away too easily, I suppose, is the answer to that.